I came out as gender fluid and done quite a few videos regarding gender and expression and stuff, I've had like a reoccurring theme in my comments, and it's, why are we labeling this? Why was there so many different labels for genders? Like, why is there so many different things, and why are we putting so much emphasis on labels? And why can't we just say we are human? Yes, that is absolutely amazing, and I agree with you. Like, that'd be so good if we could live in a world where this isn't important. Unfortunately, labels are important to some people, and actually they're quite important to me too. I remember when I was a kid growing up, I never understood why I was different. Like, I never understood why I didn't want to play with the boys and do the football, do all the things the guys were doing, and why I always was more attracted to the girl side and doing more girl things. Like, I could never understand it. And you know, no matter what I said to my parents, just them saying to me, oh Roland, it's because you're different, oh Roland, you're just not like everyone else, that doesn't help. Like, that didn't help me. That made me feel worse. It was like, I'm not like everyone else, I'm not normal, because there was no word for it, there was no description for me to go by. So when I heard the term gay, I was like, yes, finally after all this time there was something that explained to me what I was, and you know, I was gay, and it was just like, yes, like, I'm so glad that I've got a name for what it is. And it's not just when I was young. I have always felt weird about my gender, and I could never ever understand it, because I heard about transgender and I knew that wasn't me. I knew I didn't want to be the opposite gender, and I knew I didn't want to be the gender I was at the moment all the time. And my feelings were changing all the time because I am fluid, and I could never understand it. And because I grew up in a place where being gender fluid or being like anything that's not like cisgender is weird. Like, if I walked, like I said before, if I walked down the street the way I am now in Exeter, I would have got abuse thrown at me. Like, crossing the boundaries of gender back in Devon is just not something that happens. I know some people have said that they've been fine. My experience is I've had a horrible time. Growing up in a place like that, you know, I had to suppress all of these feelings and not being able to explore them. And when they finally started to come out when I moved here, I never understood them. I could not get my head around why I felt like this, and no one could tell me what it was what I felt, because no one understood. So I went searching for genders and I found gender fluid, and as soon as I read the description of gender fluid, it was just like, yes, this is what I am. Like, this label is so important to me because I finally know what it is that I am. And having the term gender fluid and having the term gay and all this stuff is helpful for people like me. And there's so many people out there who are going to be the same. Even though we might have different views on it, we can still respect each other. Power to you though. If you don't want to label yourself, that's absolutely perfect. That's great. But for me, I need them. Especially when it comes to educating other people who don't understand. Like, if you're outside the LGBT sort of spectrum and you don't know anything about it whatsoever, I feel like labels is a good way to actually educate people, because then they can go away, they can research it. Like, if I say to someone, I don't consider myself anything, like that's not, I don't feel like that's helpful. To say to someone, I'm gender fluid, like, then they can go home, they can research it if they want to, like, they've got so much information online about it. So labels have helped me come out, and labels have helped me discover who I was. So I don't feel bad about labeling myself, and I don't feel bad about labels. Just don't feel that we're gonna get to a time where everybody agrees on this kind of issue. At least in our lifetime, I don't think we're gonna be in a time where labels aren't somewhat important, or labels don't help in a certain way. So please comment down below, tell me what you think about labels and if they're important to you. To me, they are important. If they're not important to you, that's great, power to you. But let's just respect everyone's opinion on this, because I feel like it's not negative or positive to have a different opinion on this. I'm gonna go. Please hit the like button, because that's really helped me out, and I'll see you very soon. Bye! Target doing transgender bathrooms. I thought this was so good. Oh no, I can't let my child go to the bathroom anymore because I feel like a paedophile is gonna come and stare at them. Bitch, I don't care what your child is doing in the bathroom.